Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby and I make lifestyle and travel videos here on my channel. If you like that kind of content, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I'll also link my Instagram down below. And without further ado, I'm going to tell you the story of the Tinder cannibal. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be a little far-fetched sounding. This happened to someone that I know. It happened to like a friend of someone that I lived with when I was in Orlando. For those of you that are new here, I did a 6-month internship with Disney, so I lived in Orlando in 2017. So my roommate worked with this girl, and you know, perfectly normal girl, like nothing strange. So she was on Tinder and she met this guy, and I believe his profile said like he worked for Universal or he worked for Disney. Most people that you'll meet in Orlando do work for one of those two companies because they're like, you know, huge employers. So she's talking to this guy, yada yada yada, and they decide to go on a date. So they went on like 3 or 4 dates. And then for their next date, the guy offered to cook dinner for her. So this was the first time she would have been to his apartment. And they had been on like multiple dates. So she thought he was perfectly cool, normal, nice guy. So because she'd already been on like multiple dates with him and thought that she had a good understanding of who he was, she agreed to go over there for dinner. So she gets there and like dinner's already made, it's all ready, and they sit down to eat, and it tasted like a little funny to her, but you know, to be polite, she didn't say anything. She just kept eating, and it was some kind of meat. She figured he just didn't know what he was doing. So after like 20 minutes of eating, like 20 minutes after they finished eating, she started getting these horrible stomach cramps, like these intense pains that like she knew something was not right. So she said to the guy, she said, I need to go to the hospital, like something's wrong. And she in no way like said, what did you feed me, like what did you do to me, because she just assumed something like her appendix or something like that had happened. So he's like, no, I'll take care of you, it's fine. And so she was like, I don't know, I think I need to go. So she gets to the hospital, and these doctors are asking her medical history and all that. And it doesn't seem like she has appendicitis because the symptoms just weren't right. And so they're asking her like what she ate. Maybe she had food poisoning or something like that, or a virus. And she's explaining to them that she had just come from this guy's house. She doesn't really know what she ate, but it tasted funny. So they're thinking, you know, food poisoning, obviously. So they run a tox screen on her, and what they found was that she had ingested human flesh. And she's like, what do you mean I ingested human flesh? And so it turns out that he had fed her like the meat of a human being, and he obviously did not want her to leave when she wasn't feeling well. So this whole thing just sounds so sketchy, like he was going to either continue to feed her human meat, or he was going to make her the next dish, like for the next girl. So the police come and they interview her, and then she gives them the address of the apartment because she had driven there, so she knew where it was. And the police show up, and the entire apartment is like empty, like no one ever lived there. And they try to track him down via social media and like his Tinder profile, and they try to trace that all. This guy has like vanished off the face of the earth. Strangest thing. So, to my knowledge, no one ever like figured out who it was. But this girl's Tinder date fed her human meat and is still out there like feeding it to other girls. I don't know. So, if you are in the Orlando area, I encourage you to be careful. So, the moral of this 100% true story is that you always need to be very, very careful when you are, you know, going out on dates with anyone, then not even just off of Tinder, but you never know who someone like really is. So next time you go out with someone that you met online, whether it be Tinder, Bumble, any of those websites and apps, just be sure that you are safe and you let someone know where you're going, who you're going with, what time you'll be back, just so that if something were to happen, someone knows where you should have been and can, like, you know, provide some information to the police if something should happen. So that is just my safety reminder of the day. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I know it was crazy.